Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be Terror versus Force here in Heartbreak Ridge. Haven't had a ZZ in a while, so I figured I'd cast one. Left side, we got ourselves a blue Zerg player. It's going to be Terror, under his well-known Smurf name that I cannot pronounce. And on the right side, we've got a yellow Zerg. It is Force, under the Smurf name Holy Da. Alright, man, so a ZVZ, we don't have very many games that last beyond 7 minutes, and this one lasts fairly longer than 7 minutes. So let's see if we see Hydralisks and maybe some Defilers, and if you've seen one ZVZ with Muta battles, you've seen them all. So yeah, Heartbreak Ridge here today for ya. Zerg music still slaps, I feel like. Not as good as Terran, but this track in particular is incredible. Anyway, who's pool firsting? There we go. Pool first here from Terror. And whoever pool firsts is at a disadvantage unless the other player went hatch first. Because of the travel distance, right? So you go pool first here at like 9 supply or so, over pooling. And there we go. Later pool, which means they'll have more workers, but the same amount of lings when you get your blue lings into Force's base. But hey, what you gonna do? Drone scout? That puts you even further behind. 11 hatch in it. Here is Force. And everything is super safe here for Force, despite the fact that there are 6 lings in production from Terror. Right into lair. No metabolic boost. So you're going to go ahead and rush into Mutalisks, not Speedlings. And, alright, Force. You have the money for Ling. You really need to start making Lings, though. My whole concept behind this is that you need to make Lings. There you go. At all. You can't just be like, I'm going to make 0 lings and be totally safe against a potential pool first play from my enemy. There we go. So 6 lings on the way, and because of this travel distance, slow lings are slow. They're going to get here. They're probably going to get maybe some hits off on this hatchery, maybe, but look at these. These lings are popping now. So everything's fine. Defensive advantage is 100% on Force's side right now. Yes, you're going to take some HP off of your hatchery, but losing it is not something you need to worry about at this stage. So we're going to fight it in. Don't quite have enough to deal with the lings. There are a couple extra lings here from Terror, but he's got his own lings popping out now. So now that he has enough, he's going to come in and at least force the lings off. He sees the numbers we're dealing with here. And yeah, like I said, some damage on the hatchery, whatever. More lings coming across. Speed's going to finish here. Actually, he is getting speed along with the Spire that he just started. So interesting. Speed was a priority over Spire, but speed here for Force is going to finish too. So yeah, Defender's going to be fine here. Force, no problem. It's got a bit of a worker advantage too. 11 to 10. His lair is later, which might be a bit of a problem, but like I said, if your Spire's a little bit later, maybe you still get Mutas out, but Mutas are fast. So this might be tricky. I don't know. Both players' control is pretty good. Only 1 or 2 Zerglings have died so far. The numbers keep increasing. And it might just come down to like one huge Terror goes for it play, but when that happens, I have such a hard time deciding who's going to win. Especially if the numbers of lings are fairly close to each other, or even if somebody seems to have a ling advantage, they lose anyway, and it's like, huh, all right, that happened. This Overlord is seeing the number of lings that are still continuing to be produced here. Force maybe be over-making Zerglings, but perhaps an under-make here, and still no second base from Terror. All right, this is gonna be dicey. The Mutas need to pop it out here from Terror now-ish. But great positioning here. Oh, not letting us surround at all. Force. Oh, man. That could not have gone better for Terror, I don't think. Man. So, yeah, you're getting a sunken up here just in case more lings show up and want to cause problems. But the Mutas are going to pop here very, very soon. Spire super far behind here. This takes a while to complete. So You're going to either, yep, evolution chamber. It's going to have to be spores. Spores are going to have to keep you alive here for just a bit. But, again, the 2 base advantage here is pretty nice. You're not getting much of an advantage over it, but, you know, 3 extra drones. An extra base is fantastic. The Lings are here to fight, but they can't fight against the Sunken and this number of Mutalisks. They tried to kill a couple drones there. I think maybe they got 1. They maybe got 1 drone during that engagement, so not the greatest of trades. Not the greatest at all. Yeah, so Spore on the way, Spire finishes, Spore on the way. Mutalisks are not getting produced, going for Scourge instead. And just droning up for the most part here, still making them drones. Getting a second extractor out, and now Terra's got to be like, dang it. My plan was to win before I needed a second base. What is this garbage? I should be winning now. Nope. Not happening whatsoever. So yeah, this is a good game so far. This is some good ZVZ. I'm liking it quite a bit, and it's not going to be over in the next minute, so that's always nice too. So Mutas come in. Taking every spore hit is just not good, so they can go ahead and try to take down this extractor, which is okay. That's not a massive win, but it's pretty good stuff nevertheless. Taking off individual drones is much better. 2 drones die as those Mutas dive in there. The spore is very interestingly placed. I don't know why it's here. Like, here seems like a better position for it, but maybe to cover the evolution chamber? I don't know. A couple drones die. It's now 10 to 11 workers. Man, ZVZs are always such low econ battles. Such knife fights in a phone booth. It's so hard. Oh, Scourge take down an Overlord. Supply blocking terror. Oh, wow. Okay, I've never seen Scourge used in this method before. Run! Run, Overlord! Oh, just accept your fate, Overlord. Okay. Okay. Massive supply block here. I have to make more Overlords to fix it. Is that worth? Oh, man. I don't know if that's worth it, y'all. Okay, so the Lings are not going to take down the natural base of Terror. That's good news for the Blizzard player for sure. Force is at 14 to 10 workers. He has the advantage. But again, it's 15 drones at 7 minutes. That is the magic and the majesty that is ZVZ. My goodness. Going for Flyer Carapace so that it's harder for the Mutas to kill the enemy Scourges that are flying around. Also harder to kill enemy Mutas. Not that, again, Force is all that interested in doing that. Oh, second Spore is up. Okay, but it's really making it hard for Force to mine here at this mineral patch at the second base, right? At the natural. But a Muta does go down finally. You can target fire those attacks. You could probably take down another Mutalisk as well, but that's not something that happens a lot. Look at this! Look what Force is doing! He's just consistently sending Scourge in to kill Overlords. He's forcing Terror either to make a Spore or, like, keep the Mutas at home to try to prevent this from happening. This is incredible stuff. And then Lings roll in because there's no anti-air or anti-ground down here at the natural base. No Sunken, no Lings, no nothing. Forcing Force into producing some Lings, which... It's so hard. It is so hard. ZVZ is such a ridiculous matchup. Is Terror going to take the advantage here? He wants to kill these drones. Maybe taking down this base would be good too. His Lings are popping. He's making a Mutalisk to try to handle this. Drones are here to fight as well. They're trying to buy some time so this natural doesn't die. And then Scourge is, again, trying to make sure that Terror can't make any more stuff. He's supply blocked, but he might take down this natural base anyway. Is this going to get an epic tag for a ZVZ? This is looking really tight all of a sudden. Oh, taking down that Spore is awesome. Okay, Muta pops. So not providing a ton of DPS here, but it might be enough to save the Spore, which would be very cool. And he does save the Spore with 57 HP. Still supply blocked. Here is Terror. And look at this. He's finding... Build a Spore, Terror! This is insane. The supply block is real. It keeps making Overlords, but they keep supply blocking him with more and more Overlord deaths here. It's 24 to 26 supply, though. It's not like Force has a massive worker advantage or anything. In fact, Terror has the worker advantage here. Ling's trying to do something to Terror's worker line, but no. My goodness to gracious. Okay, Muta count, let's check that. We got 4 for Force and 5 for Terror. But again, just like 1 Spore, preventing your Overlords from all dying would be so good. Again, I don't know if it's worth it for Force. Crikey. This is some good ZVZ. This is some good ZVZ. Like, it's both players limping along at 16 workers at 10 minutes. It wasn't one big Ling battle and it's over. There have been little skirmishes here and there and trying to snipe individual static defense buildings and whatnot. Oh, this is so good. This is so stupid and so good. The Overlord hiding bottom left corner. Overlord maybe hiding top of the main base. Overlord heading top left corner. He's like, I really don't want to lose any more of those Overlords. But I don't see any more Scourge in production from 4, so I don't think that's really a concern. But, oh, look who made his own Scourge. So he's trying to snipe down this. He does get the Spore. There's a secondary one here, though. God, it's such a good Spore to kill, though. Ugh. All right, Extractor might go down again here. Spore Crawler getting shots off is not good. You gotta really be tight on your micro here to get... Oh, Scourge does go down. So Scourge dies. Replacement Spore coming up. I don't even know. Oh, meanwhile, Mutas are over here just absolutely going to town on the 0 anti-air defense of Terror's base. Dude. Dude. Oh, don't back your Mutas into a corner here. You are horribly outnumbered right now. There are only 5 of you, and there are all of a sudden like 10 of Terrors. But look at him trying to snipe down drones. It's 21 to 13 workers. 21 to 12 workers now. Okay, so economy is better for Force, but the army is much bigger for Terror. Uh-oh, is he going to fly blindly into the Scourge? Is he going to do it? No. All right, Mutas are here to try to kill this Spore. Mutas are... the Scourge. They were trying to find him. They got passed by in the night. Spore up, Spore up. More Spores. More Spores is good. More Spores is good. Terror trying to re-drone up here a little bit. He's back up to 16 workers, which is nice. 20 to 16. It's a much better situation than he was in about a minute ago. Muta splitting the difference between the two bases of forces here on the right side. Oh, sniping individual drones. Terror's micro has been good, but it's Terror we're talking about here. Of course it has. Oh, this is bad engagement from Force. Losing another Mutalisk right now. So again, army advantage goes to Terror. Econ advantage goes to Force, but not as much as Force wants it to be. It's 20 to 18 workers. Scourge are just like... La, 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 la. Ow. I guess we're auto-attacking an Overlord and not killing it. Good grief. This is something to behold. They're a very, very, very tight ZVZ, but I just think Force... He might be outmatched here by Terror a bit, right? The amount of great control fights I've seen here from Terror have just been way more than what I've seen out of Force, which, I don't know. Sometimes someone's just a little bit better than you, right? And it comes down, the longer the game goes on, the more you're favored. Right? Like, if you 6-pool someone who's way better than you are, you might beat them just because they're caught off guard. But if the game goes into 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, it's just like, nah. Like, every decision made, the faster you are with every decision you make, just compounds and compounds and compounds and compounds. And then suddenly you're dead to the player who's better than you are because they had 17 different engagements with you where they beat you, right? Yeah, third base coming in here from Terror. Terror's taken a huge hit to his economy. Huge number of Overlords have died, but he's fine. He's now up 23 to 19 total workers. He's had map control with the Mutas. And there's just not been much that Force can do. He's trying to make it expand out here, but I'm not sure that's happening. I mean, he's just trying to gamble with this and make sure it happens, but the Mutaflock is so big from Terror. If he decides to head up there, he's going to kill it. There's not much the Force can do about it. He's got 10 Mutas, sure. They've got +2 ground armor. But it's like 11, 12 something here. I mean, 13, 14, 15 with a ton of Scourge from Terror. He's up 66 to 50 total supply. The worker counts are even, which means the army difference is about 15. And in a ZVZ, that's huge. That is such a big army difference. I don't know why Terror is so defensive right now. I guess he just doesn't want to lose his own third, but I feel like he could leave enough at home to save it and also go kill Force's third. Is Force going to be able to come back in here? Man. The atmosphere. It's intense. It's killing me. I still put my money on Terror winning this game, though. I mean, Force is going for a +1 flyer attack, which is nice. I don't know if it's enough to help him overcome the army disadvantage he's at right now. Actually, hold on. There's only one +1 flyer carapace for Terror and +2. So if it's +2 flyer carapace, nah, because Terror's +2 is almost going to finish. All right. So I was going to say, if it's that much of an upgrade advantage from Force, maybe. Maybe, but, 24 to 22 workers, very close, very, very close. Scourge, mutas, flying out. Got some lings trying to harass the third, but again, there's enough mutas left behind to clear that out. So that's what I was talking about. This is going to come down to a huge muta clash. Nobody's teching up. Nobody's trying to go for defilers or like ultras or anything, or nobody's trying to get a plague down on the enemy mutalisk camp or a Queen's Nest down for Ensnare, which we've seen before. If you want to see a CVZ where Ensnare and Plague and stuff are used, let me know. I can link you to them. So, alright, well, yeah, I think this, oh my gosh, these Overlords rolling right in. Right into a war zone here. Scourge just kind of connecting as much as they can here. And yeah, that is a 68 to 55 advantage. So many Mutalisks. That +2 finished, and Terror was like, I'm out. Your third base is probably dead. Oh, hang on. Base trade scenario, or it's not, because look who's coming home. Terror knows. Terror knows he's really trying to kill Overlords and stuff. He's just trying to drag Terror away from that third base, but he's going to get angled. He's going to get angled on, and just no. Scourge, get some connections in. Sure, 80 to 57 supply, though. Pull back to the Spores. Terror's not interested in fighting against your Spores. Dude, that Scourge could not. You got to commit there if you're a Scourge. You really got to commit in that situation. Ay caramba. Yeah, I think Terror's got this thing. It's feeling very much like a Terror win. Scourge connect. Sure, killed an Overlord, but look at how many mutas there are here. Look at the Mutalisks. Third base dead. Trying to fly out. I guess split up. I don't know even what we're doing here. Why are we split up so much? I mean, okay, he's gonna kill some drones here. 21 to 21 workers, but every time there's a direct engagement of Mutalisks, he's just gonna die. Yeah, sure, he brought the whole flock of Terror's army back home, but ow, gosh, getting absolutely riggedy wrecked. The Glaveworm splash helping, oh, not really splash, it's a bounce, helping a lot in that situation. Helping? That's not a word. You just, okay, all right. Some drones die here, but 76 to 54 supply. GG! And Force taps out. Terror is your winner in 18 minutes and 21 seconds. That's what that's what we were kind of moving for. Moving to the groovin' there for the last 3 minutes or so. Terror got his +2 attack up, and cha-chow. That's all he needed. Got +2 attack. He had a Mutalisk advantage. Done. Ton of Scourge too, which you cannot underestimate how important those Scourge are. So good little back and forth. I do question Force's use of Scourge to kill Overlords, which I don't know, at the time it felt pretty good, but by golly, did Terror recover from those pretty much every time well. So you're trading what? 2 Scourge, which is 25 gas. That's the thing. It's the gas for minerals trade, right? That really hurts you in that situation. Yeah, I'm just trying to do some math in my head, which you should never do when you're casting, by the way. Like, don't do that. But end of the day, it was nice, and it really kept Terror supply block for some time, but you can't keep it going forever. Right? Right. Oh, that's interesting. What the heck? Wikipedia says a Scourge costs 37.5 gas per Scourge. But that doesn't make any sense. If it's 50 gas per pair of Scourge, because it's 75. Maths. God, I'm an idiot. Hey, this is me casting StarCraft. I'm dumb. Delicious water. 75 gas to kill an overlord. That's too much. There's a reason we don't see that, and that's the reason. So nicely done by the Terror of the Skies. Terror. 56,000 points there for 462,000 from Terror. Actually outproduced Terror by a full 36 units. That's kind of a lot. But then this kill-death ratio of 95 to 70 in favor of Terror is insane. I mean, look at the discrepancy here. It doesn't make sense. If your opponent's outproducing you, to beat them, you have to kill more stuff. So, yep. That's the maths. Terror killed 5 structures of forces, and 0 of Terror structures went down. And then, end of the day, I mean, very interesting in an 18-minute game to outspend your opponent by about 1,500 or about 2,000 or so and still lose the game. Especially in a mirror matchup. See, I think some of that was just the trades we were seeing with those Scourge. And again, the amount of trading there, just good wins, right? Good wins that we saw there from Terror just over and over and over again. It really added up. Added up for sure. So GG. All right, well done, Terror, and that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.